live, I think. Okay, yep, there we go. Copy. Yep, alright.
Yep,
now I
we're
gotta...
up.
Yippee. Oh. Oh, come on. All I heard was you munch. Just a
Munch.
Oh, no, I hear myself echo.
I have,
That's how I
I have
sound.
the stream up right now. Hold on, let me just turn it down a bit.
I sound hideous.
I'm gonna eat an egg.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Let me angle my dangle a bit better.
Angling your dangle while you're live? Damn, Luna.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so let's just start this video, get it out of the way, get it done and over with. Constellation is to the left of me under the Manticore flag, and Bean is to the right of me under the dragon flag. Well, character-wise, but if you were looking at the screen, she's on the left and Constellation's on the right. But that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the flags here right now. Alright, because I'm gonna say this as nicely as possible. People do not read when joining servers, and it creates issues for the owner, the admins, and the moderators, because it creates something that, it causes problems. When it could
Yeah.
easily be explained in the rules, but people don't read. That's why I'm making this lovely video, because if you refuse to read, there's this explaining it. So, we're gonna go into detail with the rules, and then the flags behind us. We're gonna talk about the rules for the server as a whole, because there's 3 sets of it. There's the Discord ones, the roleplay ones, and the game ones. So stick around for that, obviously, duh. And then we're going to be talking about some events, and if these two have any event ideas, which I'm sure they most likely do, they can spitball their event ideas that will be in the server later on. But onto the rules. So there are 3 factions within my server. The Merchants Guild, which is represented by the dragon flag, Passive, which is represented by the gorilla, and Neutral, which is represented by the manticore. You can only pick one role. You cannot be both. You cannot have 2. You cannot have 2 factions. Especially when I read these, you will understand why you cannot have 2. Some of them have similarities, but some of them do not. And this is why I tell people, please choose one. If you do end up picking 2 roles, I will, as well as the admins and the moderators, we will take both the roles that you picked off of your thing until you pick only one role, which is merchant, passive, or neutral. You can't have 2 roles. You can't be a merchant and passive. Not how this works. Okay, so for the merchant role, which is represented by the dragon flag, and it's the color of the role of the Discord role in the server, merchants are allowed to have stalls at the marketplace to sell their items. The marketplace is that giant castle. I believe I have live streamed it before, and if not, you will see it in live streams at some point in time. So only people under the Merchants Guild can have stalls there at that marketplace area. They also are allowed to travel in large caravans to sell their items as well. The caravan idea came about from both Boy and Constellation. They were kind of spitballing that idea. The caravan will consist of everyone in the Merchants Guild, and they'll be on Morellatops, horses, Gallimimuses, Iguanodons as well. Things that can help them carry stuff, and their tames will be painted with stripes the color of the Merchants Guild. So they're allowed to be in large caravans. Merchants cannot be attacked or raided at all. They can defend themselves if a person rule breaks and attacks them. Please make sure you are filming. If you are a merchant or passive and somebody attacks you, film it so that there's evidence, because we're the type of server that it's not going to be this he said, she said, see, whatever bullshit. You know what I mean? It's not going to be that way. We need proof. If we have no proof, we can't do anything. Sorry, not sorry. So merchants cannot be attacked at all, and they cannot be raided. They have a right to defend themselves, though, from people that are trying to attack them. Merchants cannot have allies with neutral people. So anyone in the neutral faction, they cannot be allied with at all. You can still sell to them, but you can't say, oh yeah, they're my allies. No. Merchants, no. You don't, no. No allies with neutral people. Merchants also cannot go to war. They cannot go into battle. They can't raid either. And all that other stuff. They are like the passive players, except with more perks. Those perks being that they have a market stall in the marketplace area, and they also can travel in large caravans as well. So that is the merchant role, and like I stated before, the merchants are represented with the dragon flag. So each flag will be placed outside of people's bases, and that's how you can tell who is who to raid if it's within roleplay reason, of course, and who to leave alone. Now onto the passive players, which people, and I understand it is quite confusing sometimes, but here's the difference with passive players and merchants. So for those who still wish to roleplay but do not wish to be in fights, then this role is for you. Passive players can trade and have shops at their base, but they do not have stalls at the marketplace, nor can they travel with the merchant's caravan. So no matter what role you have, you are allowed to have a tavern at your base, and stuff like that, to give out quests if you want to, or to sell your items from. The thing is, the merchants, they own that castle, essentially, that marketplace castle. So if you are not a merchant, if you're passive or neutral, you cannot have a stall at the marketplace castle at all. That's only for the merchants. You also, as a passive or neutral, you cannot travel with the merchant caravan. You cannot do that. But if you're passive and you do want to be nomadic, then obviously you can be nomadic. That goes for anyone, whether you're neutral or merchant. You just, once again, if it's a caravan event and you're not a merchant, you can't be involved. So passive players like merchants, they cannot be attacked or raided, but they can defend themselves if people do end up rule breaking and all that. Just make sure that you record. They cannot have allies with neutral players at all, just like the merchants, and they cannot go to war, nor can they go into battle, whatever, and they can't raid whatsoever. So passive people are just the people who they just want to roleplay, they want to more immerse in that. Neutral people. Neutral people, for those who want to fight, but not all the time, obviously. So neutrality has so many different meanings, and the way that I view neutrality with this server is the whole term of fuck around, find out. That's how I view that. If it's within roleplay reason, obviously neutral players can declare war on another tribe or clan. That is what neutral people can do with this role. They are, like I said, declare war. They can raid bases within roleplay reason, of course, and all that stuff. So it's kind of more open. With the neutral players, they have the Manticore flag outside of their base as well. And all these are very nicely colored. So even if you can't see the symbol, you can at least spot the color from hopefully a mile away and go, oh, so-and-so is passive, I can't go and raid them. And this and that. Flags will be given out to people, and wherever you build your base, just let an admin or a moderator know. We will fly over to your base and we will color your flags for free. And once again, they'll be the color of the role on the Discord server. Okay. Alright, so with you two, should we get into the roleplay roles? Or roleplay rules, I should say, first, or should we?
Absolutely.
Okay, and then obviously you guys can discuss as well, like, proper roleplay etiquette too, and whatnot, because the three of us, we are very, we're advanced roleplayers, Me personally, I'm semi-literate to literate, which we'll explain those definitions later, and stuff like that. So, all right, roleplay
Yeah.
rules are right here. They're pretty simple to follow. So do not metagame, which once again, we're going to explain the definition for a lot of these here in a minute. So do not metagame, using in out of character information within the roleplay. If caught metagaming, you will be kicked. So if your character, or if you know something but your character doesn't, don't use the information that you know for your character's benefit. If we catch that, you're done. Sorry, we don't tolerate that. No railroading. This means no controlling another person's character. Once again, we'll go into detail with that in a minute. No overpowered characters. Every character has a weakness. No demigods or gods within the server. Overpowered characters meaning they have no enemies, they're loved by all, and they have no weaknesses. We will be reviewing the characters, and if your character does need like a little help or whatever, or if you need help making a character, feel free to ask one of us. We don't bite, I think.
Yeah. Well, I would hope not.
I mean, Constellation's character is a werewolf. I don't know about that
Only
one.
on Tuesdays.
I'm scared.
The only bite Kavya has is with how blunt she is.
The bluntness, it helps.
Yeah.
The best rule here, no pushing people to roleplay certain things they may not be comfortable with. If they tell you no, it means no. No is a full sentence. If someone tells you no and you keep pushing them, and if they come to me, oh, I'm sorry, you're not even getting a warning. You're done. You are kicked out immediately. That to me is an immediate kick, because if you can't understand that no means no, we don't want that here. Goodbye. There's the door.
Yeah. There's important boundaries there for a reason, and if you're not respecting those, then you're not gonna get a second chance here. You're gonna get kicked out.
Mm-hmm. You will be bye-bye. So this part, it's sending the mail. So when you send mail to another tribe, you must type in chat that you are using an avian to send a letter. So example, say my character sent her eagle up to the merchants in the north to send a letter. You can choose to either type the letter out in game chat or DM the contents of the letter to the other person. If you choose to type it in game chat and another player tries to say their character read the letter, it will be considered metagaming. However, an addendum to this rule, letters can be intercepted if all parties are okay with it. So, example, say I'm sending, just for purpose of this, say I'm sending a letter to Constellation and, sending a letter to her character and where she lives. And then Bean's character turns around and intercepts the letter. Now, if it were without mine and Lady's permission, then that would be metagaming. That'd be bad. But if all three of us talked about it and we gave the go-ahead, like me and Lady gave the go-ahead, then yeah, her character can take the letter, sort of thing, and stuff like that to make it quote-unquote as realistic as possible. If you want your OC to have a past with another person's OC, make sure you ask that person first before just throwing it in there, because that other person could be taken for a loop, and say you go up to them and go, oh yeah, remember me? And it's like, no, I don't.
It's like,
You go,
who are you?
yeah, wait a minute, who are you? Sort of stuff.
Wait a minute, who are you? Sort of deal.
Give people time to reply to text roleplay. So I do have a text roleplay channel. Just give people time to reply to it. Don't, spam them. If you tag them just once and they've been gone for like days on end and you tag them once and they say, hey, I've been busy, then that's, but if they haven't responded within 30 minutes and you tag them, don't do that. Let them have time. Do not up and abandon a text roleplay if you no longer wish to text roleplay with that person. Make it known instead of ghosting them, and the roleplay right there. The texting roleplay channel is canon and in line with the game roleplay, so be aware of that. Whatever happens in text roleplay is canon. It comes into the game roleplay. I also did put merchants and passive people cannot be attacked or raided. And I did reiterate in here that if you are a merchant or passive, you cannot declare war, raid, or become allies with those that are neutral. And then now we get onto the roleplay definitions that I mentioned, which if you two, while I get a drink, if you two want to take turns explaining them, I did mention in my roleplay roles, if you guys wanted to read off of that, there's the metagaming definition, railroading, Mary Sue, Gary Sue, semi-lit and literate roleplay, if you guys want to just bounce back and forth with that. I will be getting a
Yeah.
drink though.
I would like to add on to the point of like metagaming that if there's anything that you read in a text in like a text role play between two people that does not involve you, that doesn't mean that you get to use that information if your character isn't aware of it. Just and that is sort of like an addendum to that point.
Also, I'd also like to add in, if you have beef with another player outside of the game, don't be bringing it into RP or intentionally trying to start shit with them because of your beef outside of the game.
Yeah, that kind of like spoils the fun of like actually role playing it in a server like this. And we also just don't want to deal with the drama when we're trying to role play. So if there's any drama going on between you and another person or anything like there's like a problem, then deal with that outside of role play, deal with that in DMs. Just don't drag it in, if for one, in a public server, and two, in a role play.
Not only that, if it's a big enough issue, or, well, let me rephrase that. If it is something that you think you cannot handle just by the two of you talking it out, bring it to the admins. Make a ticket.
Yeah. If it's like a problem that you feel it could be a server problem or like just with that specific person within the server, then yeah, like Constellation here said, contact the admins and we'll try to help you get to sort it out with that. And speaking of text role plays, we can go down the definitions of what literate and semi-literate means. Basically, it's just how much you write within a certain roleplay response over text. The semi-literate is usually around 3 to 4 sentences long minimum, and literate is 5 to 6 sentences long minimum. And how others define it may vary, but that's usually the golden standard. Like,
I apologize, I'm also trying to eat.
you're all good. You're fine.
I am back,
And
and sorry for interrupt. I am back. And hearing you guys talk about that, yes, that is I forgot to mention what those two mentioned about the whole bringing in real life stuff into your characters bullshit. Yeah, don't do that. What they said very perfectly, because I forgot to touch on that, because that is
It
not
spoils
okay
the
either.
fun for everybody, and nobody likes dealing with it.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, plus just dragging all that into a public server, first of all, I feel like that's a pretty bad thing to do, just to air out your dirty laundry in a public server when you could deal with it privately.
Yeah, it's like we're all here to have fun. There's no need to be bringing extra drama into it.
Yeah,
Like, don't get me wrong, in RP, everybody likes a little drama. Sometimes it spices things up. But there's a certain kind of drama that's not welcome here.
Yeah, which is
that needs to be dealt with.
Yeah. Like, we're all adults, too. This server is only 18 and up, so we're all adults. Let's act like it, too. Like they said, if you have an issue with someone, message one of us or make a ticket. We'll deal with it. If you have proof. If you don't, then sorry. You know, once again, we can't do anything.
If you have proof, send as much of it as you can as possible to us privately, might I add. Have to emphasize it. Because, again, we don't want this... we don't want it aired out in general.
Yeah, don't be adding us about it in general and stuff. Be like, have some discretion.
DMs are open, but no tagging in general.
Yeah, please. If I wake up and I see that shit on my server, I'm just gonna do that emoji that just just looking all
So Leon
disgruntled.
looking at the phone sticker.
Yeah, that. Just Leon Kennedy looking at his phone. That's gonna be me, just But yeah, like they said, and getting back into the roleplay thing, I know that you were mentioning the semi-literate and literate, which, yes, everybody is different with that definition. Uh, that was just the base definition that I threw in there, because that's how I was kind of shown with roleplay. Uh, to reiterate, you don't have to roleplay like that. Like, you guys don't have to do that. I just put that as like a preference for people who do. Example, me, I'm semi-literate to literate. I kind of match your energy sort of thing. And it also depends on my mood at the day or at the time. So, like, if I'm super tired, it's probably going to be a semi-literate response. But if I'm super into it, I'm going to give you a literate response. I have written a reply once that was almost a page long because that's how descriptive I can get with certain role plays. I know that with these two, I believe they're also semi-literate to literate, depending on,
I'm a pretty literate role player. Sometimes my responses can span up to like maybe 2-3 pages, 4 on a good day.
Toda!
I would at least say to not, like, do 1 to 2 sentence replies.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
role-playing with someone that's semi-literate or literate, then don't. But if you're role-playing with someone else that they don't care as well, like what type of roleplay
Like,
you
give
do,
them
then,
something that they can work off of.
Yeah. I feel like
It
that's
all comes
also,
down to
like,
preference.
yeah.
Yeah, that might be a preference. My bad.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's understandable. Like, with me, like I said, I prefer to roleplay with people who are also semi-literate to literate, because I get into it with roleplay. I love roleplaying. I love it. You guys have seen my responses. I've seen y'all's responses. We like to
Yeah.
be descriptive. It gives us something to go off of, which I do plan on actually writing a starter for Vitani's thing in the thing at some point tonight, so yippee. But yeah, so that's the whole semi-literate to literate. Once again, it's just a preference thing. If you go into the texting roleplay and you see somebody has that tag or tags, and you cannot do that, then you don't have to force yourself to do it. You don't have to do that, whatever. But don't go in there knowing that you don't roleplay like that and then trying to roleplay with them, because they might say, hey, I understand you want to roleplay with me, but we could do in-game roleplaying, which the in-game roleplaying, it's kind of like D&D, where we have our game chat open, and since it is proximity chat, it works out in our favor. So we can do that where, it's like D&D style role-playing with that, for in-game roleplay. And once again, the texting roleplay is in lore, in canon with the game roleplay. So whatever you do in game or in text, it all merges together.
And I'd like to emphasize it again. If you're an outsider looking into a role play that you're not involved in, then your character does not have any knowledge of that situation if they don't have any involvement in it.
Amen.
Also,
Amen.
so with what me and Bean talked about, would you say that's like, mostly explaining metagaming?
In regards to like bringing in real life drama into roleplay, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel
It
because
might be a
that
bit of like railroading as well, how I mentioned, like, don't be intentionally causing shit if you have out of RP beef.
yeah, which railroading is an interesting one, which I didn't know about until I want to say like a couple years back, with a Wings of Fire server. Oh, that's trauma
Yeah.
in a nutshell. I don't want to talk about it right now, but it could be a later video, man.
It was interesting, let's just say that.
Yeah.
Topic for a different day.
That's another therapy session. Not um so railroading is when a person tries to fully control how a roleplay goes, or tries to control another person's OC, trying to make it benefit them and only them. So example, say like, in roleplay, say Vitani, my character Vitani, and Lady's character, Aurelia, get into a fight. Realistically, sadly, a Wendigo versus a werewolf, the Wendigo's gonna win. But say that Lady in the roleplay decides to try to control it, saying, oh yeah, no, Vitani is weakened by a poison. that only affects her or whatever, without consulting me, and also too without knowing what Vitani's weaknesses are. That is railroading, when you try to take over another person's character going, oh no, well they end up breaking their arm. And it's like, I don't remember her arm breaking, sort of thing. That's railroading. Nobody likes that. Actually, no, I can't say nobody likes that because I have seen people that don't care, which to me that's weird, but hey, go off, I guess. You do you,
And
Boo
what
Bear.
that would look like in a text RP is somebody, say you're in a combat scene, you stabbing this person and it automatically goes through. Like there's no chance for them to dodge or whatever. Vice versa, where they would say, oh, I dodged this. Oh, they missed. Like, there has to be some risk and reward for shit. You can't just automatically dodge or hit your attacks.
Think of it like D&D.
Take a hit.
Yeah, it's okay to get,
Take
your
a hit
character.
once in a while, it's fine.
It builds character development too, because your character, and we're going to be talking about the whole Mary Sue Gary Sue here thing here in a bit, but your character is not invincible. Every character has a weakness, just like in real life. We have our strengths and weaknesses. Also, oh shit, I should have put out fireplaces.
I'm gonna set the time of day.
Oh, thank you.
Viewers and YouTube, prepare your eyes.
My eyeballs hurt already. Oh, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't
It
that
helps
bad.
that it's foggy.
Yeah. Oh! Yo! Yeah!
As you were saying.
Foot and mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to our next discussion. Mary Sue and Gary Sue. I'm gonna read off the full definition here that I have. We have encountered Mary Sues and Gary Sues, man, multiple times. I hate them. Every time I see them, I will say I don't like role playing with them because they're not fun. They are not fun.
It's a cringe fest.
I make the joke of I am cringe and I am free, but when it comes to role playing, please don't make a Mary Sue or Gary Sue, which here's the definition. Mary Sue and Gary Sue. A Mary Sue is a female OC who is overpowered. Gary Sue is a male OC who's overpowered. So examples of these Mary Sues or Gary Sues, it's having the character only has enemies, or they only have friends. OCs, just like in real life, we have a mix of friends and enemies. You got people who hate you, and you got people who are willing to die for you, sort of shit. Make your character like that too as well. Having all strengths and no weaknesses, everybody has their strong points and their weak points. Even with some of their strengths, there's still some things that might, hinder them with certain things. So, example with Vitani, she has this very powerful roar that she can do to stun people and be able to get away. But when she uses it, she loses the ability to mimic human voices for about a month or two because it just destroys her throat. So it's a risk, and she only should use it when she's completely overwhelmed. So that's an example of even a strength having somewhat of a weakness. Double-edged sword, if you would. Being known by everybody. Loved, feared, hated, adored. Not everyone will know who your OC is unless you talk about it with others about adding them to your lore. So example, say, because the lore of this server, what we're doing, we're taking the actual Ark lore, where it's, I guess, the whole lore of Ark is it's aliens taking people from different time periods and putting them here. Sort of shit. So we're taking that. This fuck-ass parasaur! Kill it! Get it! Sick him! Oh my god. Oh. The gunshot!
It's fine.
Okay. Okay, so with the whole Ark lore, we're keeping that where I guess it's, once again, it's aliens that take people from different time periods and chuck them into the Ark sort of thing. So we're keeping that, but each character, obviously, it's up to you. Your character has a different story. So we'll go off with all three of us with our examples. Vitani here is a Wendigo who she came from the 1700s and she lived in the Appalachia Mountains. She had a very influential cult in the Appalachia until one day she was taken and she woke up on this ark and she tried to get back, but she failed and said, you know what, fuck it, we ball, and wants to remake her cult here, and all that stuff. And, so my girl comes from the 1700s, mid 1700s, and then you have other characters like Lady's character here, and then you got Bean's character as well, which if you guys want to just say what time period they came from, sort of thing, as well, just to show viewers that, hey, you don't have to be from, we're not all from one time period.
Really, it comes from like medieval time period setting. Since coming to the Ark, though, she has figured out how to use weaponry, but she still would rather use either a beast or a sword.
We have the technology.
Hey, she's not opposed to picking up a shotgun once in a while, right?
And that just leaves Bean's character, which, Bean, I think you said that hers is like probably out of every character so far on the arc, hers comes from like the most recent like time period, I think you mentioned. Oh, I can't hear Bean. Oh no. Oh no, Bean, I can't hear you. We've lost Bean. What is she doing? Okay, we cannot hear Bean right now. Yeah, I can't hear her at all. I don't know. I mean, she should have the thing pulled up.
Does she? There we
Oh,
go.
okay,
I
there we
figured
go.
she maybe had to turn the thing on again.
There you go. Okay.
I was like, wait, can anybody hear me?
Yeah, no.
Anyway, my character Kavya, she's from 1970s Nepal,
Oh yeah.
and she's like she's one of those kinds of people that doesn't think that a lot of the fantasy stuff is real until she gets onto the arc and she's like, wait, dinosaurs are extinct. Why are there dinosaurs here?
Does a Tokyo drift by your house on my wyvern?
She's like, what are you? Why are you on? She'd probably call it a wyvern a dragon.
Poor thing. Wiggles.
She doesn't make the distinction. She just sees lizard with wings and just thinks, dragon.
Oh, dragon tails. So yeah, so as you can see, we have, each character has different, you come from different areas and stuff like that. So it also kind of wouldn't make sense with having your character loved and known by everybody because for Vitani's example, a cult. Cults are very closed in. They don't allow a lot of outside knowledge in. So how the hell is she going to know about your character? She's not. She's going to look at you and go, who are you? And she won't do it like, she doesn't mean it demeaningly, but she'll generally sometimes be like, who? So don't have your character, be known and feared and loved and whatever by everybody, because some characters are going to look at you and go, who are you? Or your character probably came from a timeline as well, a time period where it was before or after, I should say, way after another character, and
like
stuff
we
like that.
literally have elves, we have cowboys, like
We got
have a little bit of everything.
Yeah, we got humans, we got, stuff like that. You could, be creative. Just don't make demigods or gods, please. I will reject it so quickly. We're not having that. Making them impervious to damage, so kind of like what Constellation, or what Lady and Bean here said. You gotta take hits sometimes. It's okay. It's fine. It happens in real life. It's gonna happen to your character. Don't make them, I could dodge every... No. Eventually you're
Like,
gonna
if you
run
don't
out of
want your
stamina.
character dying, that's fine. Like, if you do,
Oh yeah.
it can be agreed upon by both parties. If you don't want them dying, they can just be wounded for a bit.
That's another thing I'd like to touch up on. Permission to kill and permission to harm.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with permission to kill, because you can't just outright kill off someone's character without talking to them first, and you need to discuss how if either party's gonna get wounded, how severe it's gonna be. because like in a fight, both parties are gonna get hurt, right? You just need to talk about how badly they're gonna get hurt and discuss whether or not someone's gonna die or not. Nobody can decide that for anybody else and have that be a one-sided decision.
Yeah. Like, if your game character does accidentally die in, like, a brief scuffle, then you could turn around and be like, you can discuss it, be like, I don't want my character to fully die off yet, but maybe they got seriously wounded, and they scurried off to lick their wounds, quote unquote, so to speak. Because it will happen. You are going to meet somebody with higher, melee damage and health than you in the server, or even stamina. So that's always a possibility as well. And stuff like that, where they lick their wounds, sort of thing. Uh, and whatnot. But yeah, what Bean said, yes, have roleplay etiquette, all that stuff. Another
Like
thing
loss
is,
of limbs, it's between the two of you.
oh god, yeah, definitely. That's another thing. Uh, always making your character
Any
succeed.
any organs lost, any limbs lost. Fuck, if your head is lost, if your hair is lost, if your skin is lost, if your toes are lost,
Not my
discuss
toes.
that
Wait,
between y'all.
my character don't have toes. I have hooves. Oh wait, never mind.
Honestly, it would be really funny for the outcome of a fight to be somebody's just bald.
Has been Hotel Velvet. Sorry. Anyway. Sorry, that bitch was bald. Her weave was snatched. Okay, so, but another thing is having them always making them succeed. They can't win every time, just like in real life. People will fail. That's okay. That's how characters grow. Main character syndrome. Avoid that. Having your OC involved in every single thing. Sometimes your OC won't be invited or involved in something. That's a-okay. Just like in real life. You're not involved in every block party that happens. That's fine. I understand if you see something interesting happening, but if your character was not invited, keep it to yourself. Do not invite yourself, because also too that might end badly as well. So that's the whole Mary Sue Gary Sue thing. If you do need help with your character, don't hesitate to come into the, Q&A, or not the Q&A, but the frequently asked questions channel, and ask for help. We will be willing to help you develop a character. Just let us know what you want your character based on, whether it's just a human character or a cryptid or a mythological creature. If it's a cryptid or a mythological creature, make sure that you're kind of putting respect on it too. Make it as realistic as possible. So with me, it was kind of difficult doing that with my character Vitani, because yes, physically she does not look like an actual Wendigo. She looks like the Hollywood version. But all of her abilities are an actual Wendigo's abilities, according to folklore and legend from the natives. So, like, example, she cannot deal with fire for too long or anything too hot. Wendigos love the cold, even though she lives on paw print and it's pretty hot there, but that's besides the point. I love paw print. So yeah, kind of, if you need help with folklore and stuff like that, I'm a big nerd with it. Feel free. Just at me, and I will start, like, inhaling deeply and be like, okay, what do you need help with? Do not, like I said, do not hesitate to ask. And that also brings up another thing, which is part of the main rules of the Discord server as well. So let me read the Discord rules really quick. So this is the rules for the Discord server in itself. Be respectful to everybody in the server. Don't, no homophobia, transphobia, racism, politics, or religions talk within the server. It's about ARC. This is an ARC roleplay server. Keep that shit out of here.
Oh
No
yeah,
NSFW.
keep the real world stuff type of stuff also out of roleplay as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, of course, like roleplay is gonna have its own like social climate going on, but anything to do with real life politics or anything like going on with like
The world.
stuff that isn't going on in the roleplay, keep that out.
Yeah, because people come onto servers to escape the reality of the world, even if it's just for a bit. And that's okay. That's how people, cope with it, with what's going on with the world right now. So keep that out. If we catch you doing that, we will at least give you a warning saying, hey, we'll delete the message. We will come to you in DMs, because we're not going to, once again, airing dirty laundry out. We don't like doing that. We'll come to you in DMs and be like, hey, we deleted this message and just giving you this warning. Please don't bring that up again within our server. So we have the 2 strikes and you're out depending on how bad of a rule break it is, which some rule breaks you can probably understand which one is a bannable offense right off the get-go. Even though it's an 18 plus server, no NSFW, because some people might find that awkward and weird.
If y'all want to get freaky, go get freaky in DMs.
Yeah, go in DMs. Do that in DMs. Suggestive themes are okay. So, example, I will flat out admit I'm gonna have Vitani open a strip club up in this bitch. All right, there's gonna be some suggestive themes in there. However, it's not full NSFW, and that shit will be taken to DMs. So go take that shit to DMs. If I see it in public, I'll look at it, I'll blink slowly, and then I'll delete it and give you a warning. So no bueno, don't do that. Just like Lady and Bean mentioned prior, if you have an issue with someone, put in a ticket, an admin or a mod will help you out. Do not try to handle it on your own. Let us handle it. That's what we're here for. We're here for that. You guys don't have to try to handle it. If there is a fight going on in general chat, and stuff like that, and we are not on at the moment, then just try to calm them down. Try to, be the peacemaker for a while, and just say, hey, I understand, whatever, just let's wait for the owner, admins, or mods to get on to deal with this, guys. Let's just change topics or take a step back. That's how I am in other servers. I always say, hey, let's just wait for the admins or mods. Let's stop the conversation, sort of thing.
Or just leave us a message in DMs.
Yeah, that too. That's another thing as well. In VC, depending on, if it's an event VC especially, try to, not scream over each other or whatever, especially if there's questions being asked, then just try to give everybody a chance to speak. Don't spam channels. So spamming channels, just don't, I feel like I'm kind of guilty of that right now because I've been texting in the general chat a lot, but it's updates as well with the server and what's going on. Don't promote your server. If you want to partner with us, what was that noise?
There's a Tylo over here.
Oh. Okay.
Okay.
It's dead. Thank you, Constellation. Oh.
It has a baby!
Oh my god. Oh my.
She killed the child.
We just witnessed a murder. Okay. Good job, Constellation. You might want to scoot a bit more to the... Yep, there you go. Okay. But with the partnership as well, if you want to have a partnership with our server, then DM me. Feel free to DM me. Depending on what type of partnership you want, then, I'll be down for it. Make sure you post in the right channels, just so it avoids clutter and stuff like that. AI is not allowed at all. We don't tolerate that, whether it's artwork or writing. We do not like that. I am a big environmentalist, and I'm also against it because it takes away jobs from real artists. That's why I have an artist corner and a writer's corner. So if you are a real legitimate artist and not using AI slop, then you can promote your art there and promote your commissions if you are taking commissions. Same with writing as well. You can promote that too within the server. Just if you are caught with AI, we will give you a warning. Be like, hey, because sometimes people don't understand how bad AI actually is for the environment. It's draining water. It's draining water hardcore. It's polluting the air too as well. It's bad. It's taking jobs away from real artists. I have a cousin she's an artist, and she has been losing a lot of people because of AI. So, of course, I do not support that. If you support it and you have a problem with me saying this, then you can leave. There's the door. We don't want people that, are using AI for that. I understand it is difficult to draw, but once again, that's why I have the artist corner. So if there are artists in here that are legitimate and they have commissions open, then feel free to look at them. Feel free to look at their artwork and, either DM them or however they want to be communicated and ask, hey, I have a vision for my character. How much would it be for this and this? A lot of artists will do headshots as well, which headshots are, in my opinion, not that expensive. They're pretty decent. I think,
they're generally some of the cheapest ones. It just depends on if you're getting them, soft shaded, cel shaded, flat, sketch, all that. As an artist that does commissions, I can attest that headshots tend to be on the cheaper end.
Yeah, because it's just the head.
Yeah.
Another thing as well, do not DM members if asking if they want to commission you. So like if people want to commission you, they'll come to you. Don't go to them going, "Oh, do you want to commission me?" Let them come to you, sort of thing. Unless they verbally say it or say it in the general chat, then go to whatever. Uh, Rule
Don't
number
be like
11.
one of those scam bots that just message people randomly in their DMs, like, "Hey, do you want to see my art?" And then
Yeah.
show them a whole bunch of art that they stole and
It's
AI
all AI,
generated
yeah.
images, trying to
Yeah.
peddle it off as their own. Don't be one of those people.
Mm-hmm. Uh, no mini modding, which that thing that I mentioned before of you guys, like if no mods or admins are on, calming them down, that's not really mini modding, that's just calming people down. But if you're telling people, oh no, that's against the rules or whatever, like if you're trying to act like a moderator or admin and you don't have that role, then we're gonna look at you and go, hey, we thank you for the help, but please, we got this. Just if you want, you can calm people down. That's fine. We're not gonna fault you for that one. So that's the Discord rules. Let's just go to the game rules really quick and then we'll discuss events. Uh, so game rules, don't leave your tames on breeding, causes major lag to the server. If your tames are caught on breeding when you are offline you will be given a one-time warning. Please don't do that, especially with feathered creatures. Them shits let a lot of lag. No claiming creatures. So saying, example, I claim dire wolves, no one else can have them or breed them without my say-so. You're allowed to have a dedicated breeding line, but don't claim a tame. I've been in servers that have done that, and it pissed me off. Like, you could have your ace tame sort of thing, but don't sit here and claim it. I'm gonna look at you funny and be like, hey, don't do that. Seriously, don't. That's not allowed. Try to limit tames that have fur or feathers if you need cryopods and cryofridge. If you cannot donate, you can appeal it to an admin. So, example, if you do have a lot, and once again, you cannot donate to the server because we do have a donations thing, and it's $10 for a cryo set. If you are not able to donate because you do not have the funds, I understand. Just try to appeal it to us, the admins, and then we'll discuss it and be like, okay, yeah, this person definitely needs it because they have a big breeding line and they actually are selling their tames, sort of thing. However, if you are given a fridge and pods, even if it's a donation tame as well, you are responsible for keeping it on, having the gasoline and stuff. If a tame is not in use and you have a cryo fridge, then use it. It reduces lag in the server. My area is, oh my god, it had so many tames and I cryoed so many and I feel a lot better now. Uh, do not build too close to others unless you both are okay with it. Always ask permission. That's a big thing in the server. When raiding, you must announce it in the game chat, in whether it's VC or in the text chat. Announce that you are raiding and who you are raiding. Uh, they need to at least have 2 or 3 people on as well. You don't raid them when they only have one person on. That actually happened to Lady here. Her and I were in a roleplay server. We're not going to say the name of it. We were in a roleplay server, and it was the shittiest roleplay server I've ever been on. It was not good roleplay at all. They did not know where my character's area was whatsoever. They had out-of-game knowledge, so they metagamed. They also had no reason to team up to attack me because they had just literally met. They had just met, supposedly a quote-unquote fight broke out, and then all of a sudden, that person was recruited by that other person, and they were like, oh yeah, let's go down to this Wendigo's compound and jump her. So they did, except Lady was the only one on, and she was in the building, and they did not listen to rating rules at all because they killed a lot of my passive tames. I was very pissed, and I was upset because my sister was getting jumped and I was not on to help.
They not only killed all our passive tames, they were destroying foundations and breaking the entire building as well.
Yeah, that's not okay. At that point, that's awful. Like,
At
that's
that
gonna.
point, that just becomes griefing.
Yeah, it was, and the owner of the server, he came over to help out because he saw that it wasn't a fair fight, and he hopped on his Thyla and he came over to try to help. And he goes, "Oh, I tried," and I'm like, my entire breeding line of Sarcos and Capros are gone. I said that's not okay. I said that took hours to do. And you are saying that's good roleplay? I was so pissed. That's not good roleplay. That's shit roleplay. Me and my tribe, we packed up, and a bunch of other people followed, and they tried begging us to come back. But that's another story for another day. that we don't allow. So that's why I have the rule of make sure there's within that person's tribe, like if it's only one of them that's on, you're not allowed to raid them. That's an unfair fight. If, especially if you roll up and it's the three of you versus one person, make it a fair fight. Come on, guys. Speaking of raiding, as well, if only one person is on, you cannot raid them, make it a fair fight. It needs to be settled within a week. So within a real-time week, in real lifetime week, it needs to be settled with a raid. No killing passive if tames at all during a raid. Only kill aggressive or neutral, but only if the neutral attacks you, that is. If the neutral attacks you, then you can defend yourself. But if they're just chilling, then they're quote-unquote considered passive, and you can't kill them. You can either tranquilize or kill the alert parasaur. Tranquilizing is encouraged in regards to that. But if you want a parasaur, obviously will probably be a passive, tame, so you can't really kill it. That's why tranquilizing is encouraged. But if you want to kill it, I won't fault you for that because it is a quote-unquote alert dog sort of thing. And in games, sadly, you kill the guard dogs, you kill the alert dogs. So that's the only passive tame that you are allowed to kill, is if the parasaur is alerting. In a war/battle, if it is a larger tribe fighting a smaller tribe, the larger tribe has to match the strength of the smaller tribe, make it a fair fight. Pick your strongest warriors. Example, say the smaller tribe only has 3 people and the larger tribe has 8. It becomes a 3v3 with tames. Once again, try to make it fair, because here's the thing, with a bigger tribe, you're going to have better tames potentially, because you got more people on breeding these things. So that's another thing that we saw in other servers that I was not okay with, because it was always the bigger tribes picking on the smaller tribes, and 9 times out of 10 the bigger tribes would of course win. So make it fair. The current tribe limit is 8 people. This may or may not change. If this rule does change, I will make an announcement. No stealing off of a sleeping body or killing them. Don't, that's just kind of eh. Do not leave random bedrolls all over the map. This also means do not leave a bedroll near someone else's base either, because no bueno, don't do that. Do not build in destroyed buildings, pre-made buildings on the map, which these are the buildings that I put down that you cannot build in. All the castles within the map cannot be claimed. So the Viking Bay one, which is right behind us, that is going to be one of the event castles. The Swamp Castle is going to be our war council. So if a tribe declares war with another tribe, that tribe, we go to the war castle, the war council. It will be the tribe's leaders and their second in command with them, and then it will be an owner. It'll be either me, it'll be an admin or a moderator to kind of witness it so that we can see what's being discussed and, oh, if I win, then I get this sort of thing. That's also, so there's a third party involved, so we can film it and make sure that there's no rule breaking and, oh, well, they promised me this and this, but, the farmer's market as well, that castle cannot be claimed either, because, duh, it's for the farmer's market. Wyvern Scars, you can build a little close to it. There is the Wyvern Scar near the Highlands. That's actually going to be no man's land. That's where the battles are going to take place. But you can, however, build like right on the Wyvern Scar if you want. Just don't block people from trying to get eggs. That's fucked up. We also have the Desert Arena. That's the building in the desert. Obviously, you can't build in there. It is our arena. And then we have our starting area too. That's a notable location that we have, which is right behind us. And it's where you can get your starter kit. It's where you could get your flag. It's where you could get your raffle tames or event tames if you win them. Ooh, pardon me, and all that other good stuff right there.
Oh yeah, and the Luna Constellation put also no popcorning.
Oh, I forgot what popcorning is in regards to...
It's when there's a container and they break it open completely.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely add that in regards to like game rules and stuff like that. If the person's online and you're raiding, you just open it. Don't break shit. Don't be unnecessary. Don't be extra. Just open that shit. But I will put that as a rule. But those are the areas, like I said, that you can't build. Those are game rules, Discord rules, and roleplay rules. If you have any questions about those, we do have a questions and answers channel. Feel free to ask in there. The pinned message is our frequently asked questions thing. So if you have a question and you feel like it's been asked a lot, then click the pins and see if I've already answered it for you. If not, then that's when you message in the channel. Okay. Should we talk about events or mods? Which one do you two want to talk about?
Let's do mods first, because, I mean, events and everything, we're still kind of, like, spitballing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, hang on one second. Let me toggle orbit cam again. There we go. Alright, so mods, as you can see, we have the best fits on right now. Let me back up a bit. Alright, you two can one at a time go up in front of me and model that. Model it. Yep. 360. Yep, that's beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, sorry for the sheep in the way. Alright,
I
Constellation.
look like Dr. Doom if he was a stripper.
Thanks for that.
You're welcome.
So we have that mod installed. It is the Clifton's wardrobe, so let's go in here and explore that. So this is the wardrobe right here, and it is easy to build, but we have plenty of accessories within the wardrobe, and stuff like that, so you can make so much jewelry. I think my favorite thing is that there's wedding rings, and I would die if we had a wedding in the server. Roleplay wedding, not a real, like, in-game wedding. That's... Well. Then we have the RR Medieval Smithy, which I will fly to my house at some point and show off what can be made here and how it can be used. But it adds a lot of medieval stuff into it, so you really can go all out and decorate your area and all that other stuff. So you can turn around and do that as well. So those are the two cosmetic mods. We also got hair mods as well. We have the Marnie's hair mod. So as you could tell, my character has a different hairstyle going on, and it's very nice. It adds character, honestly, to it. We do have, as you can see, tame mods. So we have the Zaladri wyverns in here. This is my boy Spyro, and my big boy, my big man. And over time, you know, you do make them grow using a black tooth from a alpha Zaladri wyvern that you kill. Hang on one second. I think my thing is weird. No, I just can't hear Bean right now. That's weird. Oh, there we go.
Hello?
Hi. I can hear you now.
Hi.
So this is the Griffins.
The Blue Jay Griffin.
Yep, that's the More Griffins mod, which they have a 12% chance of spawning in the tamed areas. So that's my big boy Jay Feather right there. They have snow leopards, they got blue jays, they got tigers, they got parrots. They got all that good stuff.
Yes, they can be bred with regular griffins, in case anybody was wondering. It's just a 50-50 chance on if they'll be regular griffins or the type of other type of griffin that you bred with your regular griffin.
Yeah, it's like she said, it is a 50-50. But we do, you know, those griffins, they do spawn in the regular griffin area, so near Greenob. It's just a 12% chance that they spawn in. With these guys, with the wyverns, they spawn in the desert area, which I will be putting in the Ragnarok Maps channel of where they spawn. So
it's actually kind of fun how you tame them as well.
Oh yeah, I plan on doing a video on that separately. You could change their fire as well, so you can change their fire color in here, in this little nice wheel right here. So you could do that. They have juvenile, so you could have a juvenile, they go juvenile, adolescent, adult, elder, which is what my boy Spyro is, and then ancient, which each of them, they have their own different unique things. So with the wyvern, unlike the vanilla one, Constellation, you might want to move a bit, just in case. Actually, you both might want to move, because I'm going to do some attacks here. So
I'm up here.
Alrighty, we're all safe. So obviously we have the regular bite, but if you look at the directional, so I look here, I punch with my left wing. I look here, I punch with my right. And then I look here, you might want to, hang on, let me move a bit this way. And then I look behind me with my camera, and I punch with my tail. Oh, that Dilo just ate shit. Well, that's okay, that's part of it.
I just just watching it smashed like a bug.
So
I'm clipping that. I'm clipping that.
they also have
Thing
fire.
fucking die.
They also have their fire, which their fire color is different. So with my boy Spyro, I got it purple. But you could have it orange, you could have it green, you could have it white, and all that. And
Warple.
you could change the fire color in here. So we have those, these types of wyverns in here. And once they hit
I
adult...
also have my own dragon fire.
Oh yeah, you gotta... Oh, that's a flare! You also, with the adult wyverns, adult and up can have a second passenger. So you could have a person on the back of it. Oh, there's another thing that I forgot
They
to show off.
dive as well.
Oh yeah, I'll show that off here in a second. Hang on, let me go this way.
Their flying is beautiful.
So, I don't want to hit you, Constellation. You might want to back up a bit, because I'm doing the wing slam. So,
Oh, you're fine.
with the elders and ancients, instead of doing the wing beat thing that vanilla wyverns do, they do this. That's a wing slam right there. So they'll do a wing slam ability, which I like. So this wyvern has a lot going for it. Oh, I'm just gonna eat that turtle. And of course the fire.
It's one of the better, like, wyvern dragon mods we've found.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, some of the other ones that we found, ooh.
Alright, I'm gonna show off the flying really quick. Alright, so here's the flying. As you can tell, it's beautiful. You do have the option to glide, so you just kind of let it glide. That's it. That's how you do it. It can pick things up like a vanilla wyvern as well, so you could do that. And like Lady said, it does dive bomb like a griffin. So it can dive bomb like a griffin. Their shadows are very terrifying if you're on the ground and you just... all of a sudden you just look up or you look down and you just see that flying above you. Yeah, no. I've seen House of the Dragon. I know how this shit goes. I'm not about to have a Vagar and Arax
I'm a
moment.
giraffe!
I'm trying to fly. Look at me go.
I'm so proud of you. Oh, they also do have the ability to just randomly, or not randomly, but you can make them roar. So with PlayStation, I click L1 and I roar.
Did a roar.
So yeah, these are the mods that we have. It's mainly cosmetics mixed in with 2 creature mods. We might be looking at more depending, but if it's something that we genuinely like, then we'll add it. And also with these guys, if you want, you can have them sitting. You can have them laying down. So, there he
Can
goes.
have them take a little nap.
There he goes. What are you doing to my boy? What are you doing to my son? Oh god!
Oh.
She's...
She's pulled out the blicky.
Let me see what you have. Oh my god!
What do you have? A firearm. No!
No! But,
Rocket launcher.
but yeah, those are the mods that we currently have. If you have any mod suggestions, we do have a suggestions channel. Feel free to suggest it, and the team, we will all take a gander at it. We'll test them and see if they're good and if they fit the roleplay. Oh, another thing I forgot. We have coins up in this bitch. Do any of you have your coins? Because I didn't bring any.
No.
Okay,
I
hang
find
on.
in my treasure chest.
Hang on. I'm gonna go in the starting room.
Type the blueprint, Luna. I have you at gunpoint.
I'm not typing that entire blueprint. You got me fucked up and then some.
Type the blueprint.
Okay, so the starter kits are located, which, so we have our coins.
Put
We have...
the money in the bag!
Your bag's on backwards. So we have the bronze dragon coins. So all of our coins are the dragons, right here. Think of it like House of the Dragon style.
Keypad.
So we have the bronze dragon coin, we got the iron dragon, the silver, and then the gold. And of course, the bronze is the lowest form of currency, then you got the iron, then silver, and then gold obviously being the most. As you can see with the starter kit, you do get coins right off the get-go. Jesus Christ, I can't take you to anywhere. You do get coins right off the get-go.
It's just
So
the way
you're not
she's
poor.
holding the gun.
You get armor as well, you get water, you get your weapons and stuff like that, and you get your starter tames. Alright, come on, you two. I can't take them anywhere.
Running
This
around
is
with Mickey.
this is our starting area and bank. So if the windows are open, that means that a banker is able to help you out if you need to deposit money, whatever. Oh shit, I should probably close the door before these stupid animals leave. This is where you could get your event tames as well. It shows off the starter tames that you get. So you get one choice of flyer, so you could either pick an RG or a PT. You get one sea creature, you could get a manta or a dolphin. You get one land creature, direwolf or an equus. Here are some of our event tames that you can win in events or raffles. Or if you do donations, we do have our donation channel that you can look and you could check out if you donate, then here are our donation tames as well. They are non-breedable for both donations as well as events and raffles. They are non-breedable within our server. We got Snow Owls, Basilisk, the Carquinos, we got Reaper Queens. I can't spawn in the Reaper King, sadly. They don't work. We got Phoenixes. We got the Bat. We got Gasbag. We got this Abomination of God. It's like the Maywing, but lizard. I don't know why it has nipples. We got the Dreadmare, or Dreadmane. We got Pyromane as well, but it would not let me make a dermis of it. We got the Glow Animals. We got the Goat, the Featherlight, this ugly-ass creature, unholy creature of the devil himself, the Pug, and we got the Glow Lizard. So those are all event or raffle tames that you can choose from if you win, and they are also, donation tames as well. If you want to buy, if you donate to the server, and instead of getting breeding tames or breeding pairs, then you can get donation tames. But once again, any event or raffle tame is non-breedable, so they will be snipped.
This creature disgusts me.
Oh my god!
Having a taxidermy of the phoenix low-key would make a great lamp.
It would, yeah. I might have that in my shop, honestly. But, that shows off the armor. In here as well, I will be putting stuff, so if you do come in here and you are just starting off and you have your hide armor, I will be putting items in here so that you can update your armor in here right off the bat, so that you immediately walk out looking good, instead of just the hide armor. So I will be doing that. I will be nice. I'll do that. This is also where my shop is going to be as well. Vitani shop. I'm going to have a little shop offshoot on the side. So my shop will be separate from my cult compound, because I don't want people rolling up in my cult compound. Sort of thing. And
It's breathing in your ear. It's breathing in your ear.
ew. I don't want... Ew, what the fuck? Get off me. Go. Ugly thing. So, yeah, the goat is...
I'm gonna go skedaddle.
Okay. So, that's the review of
Just
the
the way
mods
he's skittered.
and the starter...
Don't jump me in here again.
and the starter stuff as well. And we will be discussing events at a later video. We still are kind of spitballing ideas. We have the Desert Arena event, though. So with the Desert Arena, we have the following categories that you can enter in, which I will be posting in detail about each category and what it entails. So with the Desert Arena, we have player on Dino versus player on Dino. So it'll be like 2 people on a T-Rex fighting each other, or 2 people on Allos fighting each other. Running of the Bulls. Oh, thank you for the dance. I love it. Running of the Bulls. So, actually that idea came from a person in our server, so shout out to you, Tristan, that's your character's name, shout out to you, shout out to him. Thank you for shaking your ass in front of me, Bean, very insightful. He told us the idea of the running of the bulls, so he mentioned how, you put an angry bison in with a bunch of people and let that bastard hurl people up in the air. It's gonna be funny. I'm gonna laugh. We have Dino versus Dino, so it'll be me and another admin or 2 admins where everybody's out of the arena. The admins, we spawn in a specific type of dinosaur, so say Trudon on Trudon fighting, and we, people will place bets on, which side is going to win. So we'll color the Trudons, at least one part of them, so that they're brightly colored, so red versus blue sort of thing, and then you place bets. We also have player versus dino as well. So the player versus dino it's going to be smaller dinosaurs or medium size, so you'll be put up against sabers or dire wolves. You will be given a weapon of your choice, whether it be a gun, a whip, a spear. Just don't go in there with your fist, you're going to lose. We have jousting as well. So jousting, it's going to be interesting because unlike real jousting, it's going to be hard to do points based on where you hit on the armor, because in this game you automatically fall off your horse. So we'll do it point based on that. Your goal in jousting, just like in real life, is not trying to kill people, it's trying to just knock them off their horse, sort of thing. But that will be the that will be the arena event going on, and then also as well, the person that will be declared the arena champion is the person that does the dino versus dino fight. So if you enter that part of the arena event, and if you win against everybody else in that category, then you will be crowned arena champion until the next arena event, and if you are dethroned, then you're dethroned. It happens. But that's the current events that we have so far, besides the marketplace that we have going on. So if you do want to be an arena participant, you definitely can do that. But yeah, I think we got everything covered that I want to covered, and I know that eventually I do want to talk about events, but that will be another video when I'm more awake. Do you guys have any final words to say to the people?
No, I think that's about it for me.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Alrighty. So if you guys are interested, I will be putting the Discord link in the comments down below, so that more people can join. But
Please
Wait,
join.
I take that back.
Oh.
On occasion, I do give people Gigantoraptors to help with incubating eggs and stuff that they get. Because I remember at one point we did have I think it was a glitch or something when it wasn't it? Where eggs were just disappearing.
Falling, yeah, they were falling through floors and stuff.
Yeah.
So she gives away Gigaraptors sometimes. So she's also a merchant. These guys are both merchants. I'm the only neutral one right now. Right now.
I deal in breeding and selling dinos.
I think you said you were gonna tame as well at some point.
Yeah, I can also you can also pay me to tame, but that's gonna be a lot more pricey than breeding.
Yeah. So, as you can see, we all do our different things here, and in regards to shops as well, we do have a forum where you can promote your shop too. And for tavern owners, you have an area where you could promote, your bulletins and stuff like that. And if you're a tavern owner / quest giver, you will be given extra money by an admin so that you could give to people if you want to give them money as a reward or even tames as a reward. It's up to you. But if you are interested, like I said, I will be posting the video or the link down below. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. We do not bite. But until next time, hope to see you guys on the server. Bye!